Happy holidays, Rio Vista. This weekend is going to be packed with events. On Saturday alone, we've got the Delta Drifters Toy Drive, the Holiday Home Tour, a Chamber Craft Fair, an old-time Christmas fair at the museum, Saxon Creed's bike raffle, Christmas caroling, our annual tree lighting, and a lighted boat parade following. And if that isn't enough to test your holiday stamina, on Sunday, the Rio Vista Art and Music Center will host an open mic from 2 to 4 p.m. Then, on Monday, we celebrate the menorah lighting and Hanukkah celebration, always one of the warmest, feel-good gatherings of the season. Truly, there's something for everyone. Visit Rio Vision's website for details or squint and try to read the tiny snippet behind me. This week's council agenda was light, though some might have expected a controversial meeting. I'll give you a spoiler alert, it wasn't. The real highlight came on Thursday afternoon when I had the honor and privilege of presenting an award to Andrea Cross-Pearson at the annual Spirit of Solano Awards at the Hilton Garden Inn, which was generously hosted by West America Bank. With over 300 people in attendance, it was a proud moment for Andrea and her family and for Rio Vista. So let's quickly wrap up the meeting notes and get to the really good stuff. We had only 3 items on Tuesday's agenda, beginning with a reimbursement agreement between the City of Rio Vista and Flannery Associates, or also known as California Forever to most of you. As expected, we heard comments both for and against, not so much about the agreement itself, but about engaging with California Forever at all. The majority of our community understands that refusing to communicate with the largest landowner in Solano County would be irresponsible. They own nearly 12% of our county. This agreement has been a long time coming, and it ensures that our costs associated with exploring development proposals will now be reimbursed. This agreement was accepted unanimously by Council and is retroactive back to mid-November. For some perspective, the city has incurred roughly $30,000 in legal fees to date, a substantial amount for a small community like ours, but a necessary investment to protect our interests. The reimbursement agreement will cover expenses as we consider their projects. The next step is finalizing a memorandum of understanding, which is currently being negotiated. While a few individuals believe reimbursement constitutes being, quote, paid off, any reasonable person can see that not being reimbursed would be financially irresponsible to you, the residents that I and we serve. If you'd like to follow this discussion, it begins at 7 minutes and 6 seconds into the meeting video, with public comments beginning at 16 minutes and 18 seconds in. Our second item was to ensure Rio Vista's fire code remains aligned with the California Code of Regulations Title 24. Cities must adopt at least the minimum state standards or choose stricter ones. Nothing significant was changed, and the Council approved adopting the code updates as is. Finally, we reviewed the augmented schedule for the Rio Vista Delta Breeze dial-a-ride service. After looking closely at the usage metrics, the recommendation was to discontinue the evening service for now and revisit a new pilot in the spring of 2026. I'll be honest, I'm disappointed. Evening transit offers adults a healthy, safe way to enjoy our restaurants, grab a cocktail, and return home without driving. With a median age of 64 in Rio Vista, I will continue to pursue ideas that keep our residents both safe and active. So that was it for our agenda. Super excited right now. I'm heading on into the Spirit of Solano Awards out here in Fairfield, and our very own Andrea Cross-Pearson's going to be awarded today, and I'm going to be the one introducing her, so I'm super psyched. I'll see you in there. I feel like, what have you got out of our community?
Oh my gosh, it's been incredible. The community has just embraced us and embraced our little idea. We say that we're the little cafe that could, and here we are. I mean, 3 years later, and just continuing to grow and continuing to do as much as we can to just provide the best that we can for our community, and appreciate everything that this is overwhelming. So I'm beyond grateful.
Great, and I wanted to, when I was introducing you, I wanted to bring up your husband, but I figured you were going to do that, so maybe you could say a little bit about your husband and how you met, because you met here in Rio Vista, right?
We met at Ben Spencer's before we opened, actually, during the build out. He came in with his sister, and I showed him around, and there was just at that time I really didn't think much because I was so busy just thinking about the business, and then he came in initially, and we just clicked right away. So I say that it's like our own little Hallmark movie.
That's fantastic. And of course, the Pearson family has been instrumental with bringing music to our
music
community.
Center, absolutely.
And I really feel, and I've said this before, is that I feel as if between you and the Pearson family, you bringing music to our town has really transformed our community. And all the other businesses are jumping on board with this, and I'm mind blown by what has happened in the last 3 years, and I really give you a lot of the credit. So.
Well, thank you, I appreciate that. It was definitely a group effort, and I always figured with food and wine and art and music, it was just kind of a natural meld, and it's just been a wonderful thing to feel like we've been a part of just a catalyst to the rest of the things that are happening in our community. So
you're always going to get me when you say food and wine. So
me too.
I was all on board when you opened. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And congratulations.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you so much.